I'm here with my big bro, you know what I mean, little bro.
Little brother,
my little bro.
You got me by 5 years, bro.
My little bro, you already know, man. Listen, man, I feel young, man. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
But yeah, I'm here with one of the hardest working pastors that I know that lives in the tri-state area, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm here with Pastor Joel Polo Jr, man. This guy right here, man. He's a let me just set the stage real quick because you know, this brother, he's gifted in music. He's a songwriter. You know what I mean? He's an author. My man pastors a church, an amazing church out in Westchester, Yonkers.
Yeah, in Westchester.
In Yonkers. Right now, currently, he's been feeding how many families over this period of time? Like,
well, actually, they're feeding families right now as we speak.
In his absence, we're gonna get to that. In his absence,
in my absence, they're feeding right now. But before I left, we had gotten up to 890 families during COVID.
During the COVID pandemic,
we started in March. Yeah,
they started in March.
That's what God told me to do. Every week. Every Friday. Every Friday.
This brother right here in his church, Ebenezer Nation.
Ebenezer Nation.
Shout out to y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all doing an amazing work.
Bless you guys.
Yeah, man. But here, man, you know, I got you here on the, you know what I mean, the Lyfe Sessions. You know what I mean? This little.
Mama, I made it.
Yeah, man. No, we had to get you on here, man, because you know, I'm in a series of talking about people's journeys. Yeah. You know, individuals that I know, that I'm connected with, and their journey. You know what I mean? I have a particular record that I recorded on this album that I'm working on. It's called Journey. You know what I mean? And it's speaking of my 5-year journey. You know what I mean? Of leaving New York, going to Florida, learning what I was learning. But in that season, that time, I felt like I was like kind of disconnected from the voice of God. I didn't even understand I was in a journey. And we was talking about that earlier. Sometimes the process looks so ugly, you know what I'm saying, to the point that we start to doubt that we're even in the process, or there will be a product after this process. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I went through my go-through, and I came out stronger, not knowing that it was working for my good throughout this whole situation. So I wanted to chop it up with you, bro. It was a setup. It's a setup. It was a setup, man. It's a setup. And I wanted to chop it up with you, man, because I believe, you know what I mean, we all go on journeys in life. You know what I mean?
Whether you want to or not.
Whether you want to or not, every individual has a journey that they have to go through.
And you will go on. You will.
You know what I mean? And I wanted to speak to, you know what I mean, to your history, man. You know what I mean? One thing, when I spoke to you, one time we had a conversation, I was in Florida, and you was telling me a little snippet about, you know, what was in your book. You know, about your testimony. Yeah, my first book. Your first book. Okay. What's the name? What's the title of that book?
If You Only Knew.
If You Only Knew.
What God has brought me through.
Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? And I had to, after hearing that testimony of how you almost lost your life at the age of 11 or 10? 10. Tell the people about that story real quick.
Well, you know, originally I'm from Haiti. Port-au-Prince, Haiti.
Haiti. Come on, my those.
Yeah, man. February 7, 94, day that will always be in my spirit, day that will always be etched in my history. Wow. You know, no matter what happens to me from here, you know, it's when I knew of the Lord before February 7. Okay. I met the Lord February 7th. Wow. Heard the voice of God.
So you knew about God.
I knew about God. Prior to.
Yeah.
But then
you didn't know him experientially.
Nah, until I heard his voice on that day. So on my way to school, I was kidnapped.
Hold on. You said you heard his voice.
I heard his voice.
So you believe we can still hear the voice of God?
Oh, yeah. I mean, some of us just got to learn how to shut up.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's facts right there, bro. When we talking too much, like, God ain't gonna talk when we keep talking. You know what I mean?
He's a gentleman. He's polite.
I love
what I'm saying?
So you heard the voice.
As long as you keep talking, he's gonna let you do what you do.
That's
then
good, bro.
When the time comes, he's gonna ask you, you done?
Wow.
You done?
Well, you done saying your piece.
Yeah, no.
So you heard his voice.
I heard the voice of God in a moment that I wasn't expecting to hear anybody's voice, because I thought my life was gonna be over.
Wow.
So what I'm really saying is the fact is, when these two trucks came up and took us in the middle of the street, there was 7 of us. 4 kids, 3 adults.
You got kidnapped.
On my way to school.
On your way to school.
The 2 big trucks look like the construction trucks. They pull up on the side of the road. Guys come out with AKs.
Oh my gosh.
And they literally, he's like, hey.
Wow.
You know, once everybody knows.
You know what time it is.
You already know what time it is.
Man.
You know, it's like kidnapping is like it's like a trades thing.
Yeah, and they're currently doing that right now in Haiti.
I mean, they've always been doing it, and they still doing it. It's something, unfortunately, that's keep happening, and many people, lose their life to it.
Oh my God.
So what happened is they took us, put us on the truck, started questioning us about stupid things. I'm a 10-year-old kid, so I have no idea. I'm a son of a bishop, so I grew up in the church. I was born in the church, grew up in the church. Matter of fact, when I was born Sunday morning.
Wow.
Okay. My dad was at church preaching.
Oh my God.
My mom was delivering me. For
my
sure.
man was faithful.
Listen. At the end of the day, because he knew, what ended up happening is, man, they started questioning them one by one. They started with the first adult asking that, hey, I hear that your father's returning. Now, giving you a little history lesson, in '94, that's when America was going to bring Aristide back to power.
Okay.
So when they were talking about your dad coming
94.
back,
okay,
they talking about politics.
Okay.
But when somebody tells me, I hear your father coming back, I'm like, you're referring to God.
Yeah.
And I always say, yeah, Jesus coming back, but nobody knows when.
I got you.
So when they asked him that, they spoke for a little bit, and all of a sudden, God turns around, pulls out his gun, and shoots the gentleman in the back of his head.
Another young kid?
No, a gentleman, because there was 3 adults there as well.
Okay.
So it's a total of 7 of us. It was 4 kids and 3 adults.
And so you witnessed
I witnessed majority of them, and not just him. I witnessed the first one, the second one, the third one.
Oh my God.
And so when we got about 4 of us left, they actually spoke to me first, actually. So I was actually supposed to be number 1.
Wow.
They spoke to me first, but again, I gave them that answer. And
they
gave them the answer I gave got them upset. They thought I was arrogant. So they said, you know what? We're going to save you for last.
My God.
So they picked me up and threw me in a corner. Because remember, we're on top of a truck here. We're inside of a truck here.
Wow.
Right? So they put me in a corner.
Yeah.
So as they put me in a corner, right? And man, I'm telling you, God is in the details.
Yeah.
God creates certain opportunities, certain things, even when you're in the middle of something,
I love that
man.
you said that. God is in the details.
He is.
There's a lot of people who believe that God is in every detail.
Nah, he's in every detail.
You mean like God is transcendent, but he's not imminent. He's not close.
Bro, if he's not in the details, how could he say, for I know every single grain of hair that's in your head?
Yeah.
Do you know though every day you shedding?
My God, that's crazy.
So
bro.
if you shed every day,
right?
If he's not imminent, how would he know?
Right? How would he know? He knows all things.
He knows all things.
Go ahead.
He knows all things,
So they say they're gonna save you for last.
Save me for last, not save my life. Like, nah, we're gonna we're gonna shoot you last.
Kill you last.
We're gonna kill you last because since you think
you talk too much, like you think you're fresh.
Yeah, you think exactly. You arrogant, right? So we're gonna teach you a lesson. What we're gonna do? We're gonna traumatize you.
And you're 10 years old.
I'm 10 years old. We're gonna traumatize you because we want you to witness what we're about to do here, so you know what's coming. See, it's one thing to have something happen to you. It's another thing to see what's about to happen to you.
Oh man, so your life was like flashing literally
right
before your eyes.
Exactly,
My God.
So where did I get the word the voice of God from? As they're doing what they're doing, I heard a voice, like you're talking to me right now.
Got you.
Said jump.
Wow.
I'm afraid of heights.
Yeah. Me too.
So I ain't jumping nowhere.
Right.
I ain't jumping nowhere.
Yeah, I feel you.
But I hit the next shot, and of course I'm scared.
My God.
I'm scared, right? But the second time, it had to be maybe about a minute later.
Wow.
The voice comes back, but the voice comes back strong.
Okay.
When I mean strong, to the point where that scared me more than what I was witnessing.
My God.
To the point where it said jump, I felt like the hand of God, like with like a wind.
Wow.
I don't know how I went from like this in the corner to jumping on my feet and jumping off the truck.
Almost as if something
it
that
just
voice
happened.
pushed you.
When the voice said jump, it's like first was jump.
Yeah.
Nah. Oh, okay. Jump. Oof. Like when the word came with jump, I just felt this wind just pick me up out of the truck and threw me out.
Wow.
And the road is not like here, in Haiti, it's gravel and rocks and all that. So I fell, bruised my knee, right? Still got the mark actually on my right knee.
Yeah.
And when I fell, there's 4 different ways that you could go.
Yeah.
But the path that I actually fell on, when I looked up and raised my head, I saw my school.
My God. My God.
Like God allowed me to not just jump, but jump at the right time. That's why they jumped the first time.
Right place.
Because remember, we on a truck as they're continuing. Because once they put us on the truck, they didn't stop.
Yeah.
While they're interrogating, there's a driver. It's still driving. It's still going. Because remember, I was on my way to school.
Right.
So in a sense, I just had the worst Uber ride of my life.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I was gonna walk to school, but I ended up getting an Uber ride, the worst one of my life.
Bro, so you telling me
that's how God saved my life.
You jumped at the right time. After hearing the voice of God.
After hearing the voice of God. And God did not allow them to even ever turn around and never notice that I was no longer waiting.
So they didn't even know that you
Not until they finish with everybody.
Yeah.
Then what happened is the guardian, because in Haiti, in the schools, they have guardians.
Gotcha.
So somebody on them gardien, right?
Yeah.
Because there's a gate. Schools are not, it's not here that you can just enter any school. No, no. Schools on lockdown.
I got you.
And all of that, right? So guardians, they saw what's happening, so they opened the gate a little bit.
My God.
You know, I wasn't this big. You know, I was little, you know, little thing. So they like, wow. So I'm running as fast as I can with a limp.
Wow.
And God never, as I'm running, God never even allowed them to be like, hey.
Yeah.
None of that.
God.
But what God allowed them to do though, as soon as the gate closed, then we heard the poop, poop, the truck starts coming back. Then they realize I'm not dead.
Yeah.
Then we hear them arguing with each other.
Yeah.
Like, yo, we should have killed them when we had the chance.
Just like the enemy. Yo, the enemy should have killed you when he had the chance. Because look at you now, bro. Yeah. So you telling me you, at the age of 10, how old are you now?
I just turned 36.
You just turned 36. So over 20 years ago, bro.
26 years ago.
26 years ago, your life shouldn't be here. You should not be here. You should be dead, rotten in the grave right now. But God's voice.
I should
you
never
responded to the voice of God.
Yeah.
And that caused you to head to the road to the beginning of your journey. Yeah. Actually, that started your journey.
That really started my journey.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that started my journey.
Because at that point, like, you can't go back. You can't go back from, you know what I mean? Like, undoing that voice.
Yeah. No, definitely not. But it wasn't easy, though. Because, to be honest with you, what happened to me in Haiti actually opened up an opportunity for my dad, who was currently living in New York.
Okay.
To have an opportunity to travel back to Haiti in a few months and get us out of Haiti. Wow. And we was actually, when America put the embargo act in Haiti, we was on the last plane that left Haiti, American Airlines. We was on the last plane that left the country. So that was an opportunity that God created. So that's why I'm saying God's in the details.
He's
in the details. This happened in February, and now that kind of like did something to my dad to where, yo, Lord, I need to get my family out.
Got you. So he felt like a pull to now.
Yeah. I got to get my family out. But the thing is, he wasn't legal. Yeah. He wasn't whatever. So a lot of things needed to be set up.
Yeah, of course.
And you know, my dad, I wish he was here, you know, to even share this part with you, is the part that once that happened, then God bless the bishop, I forgot his name, that was the head of the New York State Church of God, to come to the church and preach the word. Wow. And he was moved by the way that my father received them. And he said to my dad, if there's anything I could do for you, let me know. Wow. My dad, well, there is something you can do. Yeah. I'm a married man. I'm here living by myself, but my family's home in Haiti. Is there something? And calls was made on his behalf. Again, God is in the details.
Set it up in the details. Oh my gosh.
And that's how, you know, we had the opportunity to travel here to the U.S.
The States. Okay. And so, you know, I want to fast forward a little bit. So now your father now pastoring a church in
New York.
New York. Right?
First, it was the Haitian Church of God in Yonkers.
Haitian
for a few years, and then the Lord blessed them to open up Ebenezer Ministries in 99.
In 99.
So the church just celebrated 21 years.
21 years, bro.
Yeah.
21 years. And you know, rest in peace to your father. He passed away 4 years ago.
4 years ago, 2016.
How did that affect you, man? Like, you know what I mean? Because I know.
How's that still affecting me?
Yeah, exactly. How you growing through it? How are you living through it?
Only by grace of God, bro. Yeah. I have good days. I have bad days. Like today, I was telling you, as I'm on the phone with you, and I'm taking something out of, you know, my office, and I move a book, and I haven't seen it in 4 years. Wow. And it happened to be my father's funeral brochure. Yeah. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, yo, I'm about to sit down and talk to you. I'm like, you know, it does something. That's my best friend, man. My father was my best friend, my counselor. He wasn't just my bishop. He wasn't just my pastor. See, a lot of Ebenezer lost their pastor. Yeah. I lost my dad.
Lost your dad.
I lost my dad, you know, my dad.
Checking on birthdays, check in on anniversaries.
Check on every day.
You said he was consistent in
every day. You know, I was supposed to put him in this place, you know. You know, I was supposed to, you know, by the grace of God, God bless me, I got to do it for mom.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, but dad was supposed to be here. Yeah. My dad's from Haiti, from Tigua. Right. So this right here remind him, right here would remind him of home. So he would be walking up and down here, going to the river, and I mean, you know, I'm still going through it, man. But what fuels me is legacy.
Legacy, okay.
Legacy to finish, because the thing about it is God is a generational God.
Come on.
He starts with one generation.
Did I tell you he's a preacher? Did I tell you he's a preacher?
He starts with a generation.
Yes.
But it doesn't mean that see, the thing is, the vision that God gave you, like no matter how grand it looks, it's just a little piece of a bigger picture.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, the vision that God gives you, it is big.
Yeah.
And you thinking, yeah, this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do.
My God.
But God's like, yeah. So that, you know how when you send, if you ever shop in IKEA,
yeah. Okay.
It comes in a big box and mad pieces.
Right.
No matter how big that piece is, it's just one piece.
My God.
That's gonna be a part of something else. So God gave him a vision. It was a big vision.
Yeah.
Just like as God has given me a vision. But when you put both our visions together, it was just like part A and part B.
Yeah. Extension. It was just like
it's an extension to something way bigger than ourselves. You understand? So it's a general. So he'll start in one generation.
Yeah, I got you.
He'll start in one generation. That's why when God speaks to us, he's not just speaking to you. He's speaking through you.
Yeah, absolutely.
He told Abraham, I'm going to make you a great nation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Abraham wasn't even a dad yet.
Right.
So how you telling me this? Because when God speaks,
to your future.
He's speaking through you.
He's speaking through
not
you.
to you.
Wow.
He's speaking through you. Woo.
I wish people would get that, man. God is not speaking to you.
No, he's speaking through you.
Through you.
That's why